Hey, Junior. Cash.
I dropped my bottle.
Lucky for you, I stopped you from throwing that around. Plastic is bad for the environment. It pollutes and clogs drains and hurts Monrovia's landscape. We should be very careful with how we buy and dispose of plastic. The less we buy, the better. We should always remind ourselves of the 4 R's: reduce, reuse, recycle, and recover.
Nice to meet you all. I am Muna. I heard you talk about reuse, and that's what I do. I sell reuse products. Reuse is very important. Most products have a huge potential before being put to waste. Making use of that potential is very friendly to the environment. I want to make each product fulfill its potential by giving it a different use, a new life. Reuse is very important. To make a new product, resources must be extracted from the earth, and a lot of energy is put into its production. There is a lot of pollution and energy consumption associated with new products, which makes climate change worse. Climate is changing in conditions like temperature and rainfall, and a lot of this is because of our activities as humans. We pollute, throw dirt around, destroy habitats, and consume too much, which makes climate change worse. Climate change can have very serious consequences. In Monrovia, we will suffer through more storms with a lot of rain, and the sea water can rise and flood villages.
It's true. In the sea coast and near the swamps, a lot of people are at risk because of flooding. The soil gets worn out by the water, so they lose land. And the salty water makes the soil unable to grow vegetables. Too much consumption and actions like throwing dirt around are two things that are making climate change worse. And if more people knew about it, they could do something about this. And the salty water makes the soil unable to grow vegetables.
Hi kids, I heard you talk about waste. My name is Tamba and I work for a community-based enterprise, helping people stop throwing dirt around. I help collect the waste from these houses and keep the city clean. I collect bags of mixed waste, but also organic waste and plastic that can be recycled. The houses subscribe to our collection services and I get to make a good livelihood from this job. Your trash, my cash.
Tama, my friends told me about recycling, but I don't know how it works.
Recycling means we can transform an atom into a new raw material for use in a new product without needing to extract natural resources. Recycling is important because it makes new products by consuming less resources, less energy, and polluting less than when making those products from scratch. Did you know plastic can be recycled almost 10 times? That's like having 10 lives you can live. If you recycle 5 plastic bottles, you have enough material for a t-shirt. To sort plastic, you should put water bottles, water sachets, plastic bags, plastic food packages, and all that in a separate bag. And to go shopping, you should start using reusable bags like this one.
Are there other kinds of waste we can recycle?
Of course, organic waste. For example, like in the 4th hour, recovery. In our school, we have a new home biogas system. It turns organic waste into cooking gas and liquid compost. From now on, our meals will be cooked, powered by waste, and the compost will be a great help in the school's garden.
Wow, so the compost is free fertilizer made from waste. So cool. I've learned so much today. We can start thinking twice about what we buy, reusing our materials in a creative way, sorting our waste for recycling and composting. It's all about reducing, reusing, recycling, and recovering. Each one of us has a role to play in making sure we manage our waste sustainably.
With each other's help, we can make Monrovia greener and stop climate change.
You see that? That's me. The ocean. The biggest place on Earth. Me alone, I cover 70% of the Earth's surface. All life originates from the sea. You see that? That's me. The ocean. The biggest place on Earth. I provide 80% of the oxygen you breathe. All your economic opportunity in Liberia, from fishing, transport, minerals, and recreation, I provide. So why do you throw trash and pollute me, then expect me to keep on providing for you?
Marine pollution occurs when chemicals, industrial, agricultural, and residential waste cause harmful effects of the ocean and our ecosystem. 80% of marine pollution comes from land. That means it comes from us.
Let me tell you about pollution in Liberia. Our newspapers can take 6 weeks to decompose. Our plastic water bags can take 20 years. Tin cans can take 50 years. And a simple fishing line can take 600 years to decompose.
These plastic pollutions turns into small particles which can contaminate our seafood and drinking water.
These things make Liberia very exposed to climate change. along with poor land management and deforestation and bad coastal development. They all can contribute to the worsening impact of flooding, drought, and sea level rise along our coasts.
The ocean is our main way of living. It provides us and our family with plenty of food to eat. It recycles the oxygen we breathe. It is because of the ocean we are protected from climate change. And because of the ocean we have beautiful beaches, mangroves, wetlands, and lakes.
So, at the end of the day, y'all need me, the ocean, more than I need y'all. Let's work together to make waves, not just in the ocean, but also waves in our communities, to turn all of this around.
Hey Junior, cash.
Ah, I dropped my bottle.
Lucky for you, I stopped you from throwing dirt around. Plastic is bad for the environment. It pollutes and clogs drains and hurts Monrovia's landscape.
Hey Junior.
We should be very careful with how we buy and dispose of plastic. The less we buy, the better. We should always remind ourselves of the 4 R's: reduce, reuse, recycle,